Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Bikes, Boats and Bits. We've not uploaded anything for a little while. Basically, my mate who normally helps me, he's been on holiday, then he's ill, and some of the jobs needed to get done pretty quick, so it was easier to just do them without mucking around with cameras. So an update, we have finished the matchless. I'm hoping to have some footage of that actually leaving. It's still waiting to be collected, so you can see it running and riding away. And the Harley, we haven't actually progressed that at all since I think the last one, so yeah, that's waiting for the trapdoor to come out so we can actually find out the rest of the damage in the gearbox. But for now, we've got a little project on. I had an outboard come my way, which has got a broken gear lever, so without the gear lever, it seems there's not really a lot of use to man nor beast. So we're going to, a little project for tonight, we're going to tackle that. This outboard is the same as the one in question, and as you can see, this here is the gear lever, which comes right under there. It's made of some form of plastic, and obviously the motor got laid down all the way back. This is the one in question. As you can see, there is a metal shaft there. I've already cut back the plastic, so what I'm thinking of doing, this looks like it was hexagonal, certainly possibly even square shaped, but we're going to machine a piece of metal to go on here. Now we know that this is 7.65, I think it was, in diameter, so we're going to find a drill bit to go in just slightly under that to give it an interference fit, so we can then hammer that on. We might even attempt to do a split collar to hold it on that way, or we could drill and pin it. We'll see, possibly a drill and pin. So that's what we're looking at. So we can find some suitable metal and we'll carry on with that little job. So as you can see, we've got a piece of 25mm bar. I'm going to turn that down to around about 20 because I think that was a little bit too much on the big side. Then we'll look at putting a central hole down it. Is suggesting, where are we? About 30mm, enough to put a handle on, so about 45mm. So we're going to put a centre hole down the centre here. Going to check the size before we actually fully drill it, and we'll get that part done first. And then 45mm back, we need to pass it off. I might put a little shoulder on it or something, just sort of tidy it up. We'll certainly have a chamfer on it. I want to make this so it's an interference fit, so it actually hammers onto that, or presses on. I think it'll be hammered. Like I say, then pinned or something. And this will then drill vertically for a handle to go in there. And I've got a piece of steel with a threaded end. I think we've got even got some plastic balls to go on the top, so that should make a reasonable gear lever. Right. Right, just in the process of turning this down to about 15mm. Doesn't really matter, it's just 25mm is a bit excessive, so we'll just get that spun down, then we'll pull it out a bit, pass it off, and then we'll work on the other end. Right, so this will be the final cut. We're at 16mm, so we're going to do a 1/2mm depth of cut. That should bring us to 15. Put this one here. 15mm. I'll just get the mic on it. Now if you can see that, 1503. That part at the moment is pretty hot, so that will shrink down a bit. So now we're going to pull that out a bit and work on the other end. So yeah, it's that chamfer. So we've got this set up in the mill. I've centered it all in. I've put a little flat on there with a 10mm end, with a 10mm end mill. So we're just going to centre off of there. We're going to drill a 8.5 hole. We'll put a 10 by 1.5 hole in, 10 by 1.5 thread in. Yeah, then we'll start making the handle, which will probably involve going back to the lathe. But yeah, okay. Right, so we are all set up. Drills in a collet. Got an 8.5mm drill bit. So we'll just push him through. That's the wrong way. Drills always cut back if they go in the right direction. So just use this as well. This here. It's that through. Right, this is a manual tap, so just want to get it started, because that way it goes in nice and straight. So we've now got it on the slow speed, we should back it off some more, and wait. That's as slow as it will go. So pull it down, see what it does. Right. Back it out, I think this job's a good one. Here's an interesting thing. As you can see, when the machine was done, the table was locked off, but both of those have still gone 0.01 off the centre. So yeah, you can see how easy it is to start losing precision. Stuff like this where it really doesn't matter. You know, no biggie. But a few further down the line, we might be doing stuff where it really does matter. When you start giving away, in this case it's only 0.01, but I mean that could be, I've seen that drift to 0.2, 0.25 before now, so you can see how easy it is to start losing precision. So you can see how easy it is to start losing precision when you start getting drift like that. But anyway, back to this. This is precision ground 10mm. It's not very clean, but that's what we've got. So I'm just going to clean this end up, put chamfer on it. We're going to run 10mm die up it. Then we'll part it off where we want it, and probably put 10mm thread on that as well, and maybe make a little end to go on it, a little bit prettier than whatever, because I think the ball handle tops I've got are 12mm. We'll have a look once we've got this far. Right, so the idea of this is it keeps keeps the die nice and straight. This is a point where I need free hands, so I'm going to have to put the camera down, which is why we're not showing a lot of stuff tonight. It's just not enough hands, but you get the idea. We're just going to power this up very slowly whilst winding the tail feed in to just butt up against that to keep that straight. Right, so there we go, that's that now threaded, so we can take that out, we can put it in our other piece we've made, into this, and we can see how easy it's going to be to get that on that shaft. Right, so there you go, that's a nice tight fit on there. So we've just got to make a top to go on that, and by the feels that wants a little bit of adjustment, we can sort that out as well. But there, at least now he has got gears. Okay, so on that note, we'll call it there for today. Right, so we're back again. We're now going to get into making a handle for this. 1, 2, 3, 30. Yep. So we're now going to make the handle will go on there and get this little project finished off. I might get some chemicals to actually do some bluing. Right, so we've got this small piece of bar that we're going to use for the handle end. I've turned this end down to 20mm. Now I'm going to spin it around. We're going to put a collar on the other end. Then we're going to put a taper. We've also got to drill it and tap it to suit that. So. Right, so what I've done now is I've set the cross slide, so we've got about a 10-degree angle on there, and what I'm now going to do is turn a small collar on there, and then we're going to put a taper on it, give it a polish, and then we'll obviously drill it, tap it, and that's this piece then done. Right, we've now got to drill this for tapping, and on here we've got a scale on here, so I've set this so the shoulders are level. Shoulders, the drill bit are level with the front face of the part when it's on 0, so we know how far we've got to drill it. Now off the top of my head, I think it is 45mm. We've got to go deep with this. This is an 8.5mm, so that's the tapping size. But we're going to go in with a 10.5 or an 11, but leave it 10-15mm shorter, so actually slides over the 10mm excuse me, the 10mm bar that we've got the thread on the actual outboard end. Also, what I'm doing with this is a technique called pecking. So we go in so far, now cutting, and we break the chips by just pulling back a little bit. About every 15-20mm or so, we pull it completely out just to re-lubricate the drill bit. As you can see, this stops all the spirally bits. We're now coming up to 40mm of depth. Right, so we're going to try that again, but with a 10. I'm just going to slow the lathe down a little bit, so we are currently on 625, so if we can 394, try that for size. So in the end I had to hand tap it, not sure why that is, but there you go, there it is on. All it leaves now is to get it in the tank and test it, and we'll do that very shortly once it stopped tipping it down with rain. very long because there's not an awful lot of water returning back. She may well need a new impeller. Yes, it probably does. You may just want to clean out up the top there. But there you go, it runs. So that concludes this video, and we should hopefully be started on the next one in the next day or so. But for now, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.